My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Capricorns. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general love reading of 5 card spread. But before I do that, I want to offer these 12 red roses as a token of my love and appreciation for your love, support, and devotion towards my channel. Love you guys incredibly, so thank you so much for your love towards me. This 5 card love reading includes where the first card represents you, the second, the other person, the third, the relationship, the fourth, the past, and the fifth, the future. Now I'm going to draw a Vampire Oracle for you, and then a Favoli, and then one from the French Le Tarot Interdit Vampire deck. But otherwise, let's get started with card number 1, which is you. Lord of Scepters, King of Wands. You are very confident, strong, powerful. This is very bold, fiery individual, or you could even have Leo somewhere in your placements, or maybe you have your eyes on a Leo, or you are currently courting, or you're in a long-lasting committed relationship with a Leo. Like the log and fire, it's a beautiful combination, you know, like bonfires. I mean, that's how my parents mostly met, right? But either way, I just love how this is pretty much your confident self. Now, technically, for the ones in a long-lasting committed relationship, you know, this looks like the log and fires kind of setting where it just looks very passionate, warm, caring, supportive, and just passionate, you know, on many levels. But for the ones who are single, you know, I do see you with your passionate desire to want to actually head out and find somebody, but you could also be heading out away from somebody as well, and you have so much confidence to actually, well, yeah, just head out towards, you know, whatever alternative dream, desire, and wish that you want to actually achieve, or any kind of goal or endeavor for that matter. But I just see a lot of confidence and strength coming from my beautiful Capricorns in this reading. But let's see who the other person is or could be. Five of Pentacles. Why did the big bad wolf have to show up in this reading? Well, it could be a fellow earth sign, maybe a Taurus, Virgo, or another Capricorn. But this person, yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing you doing, is I see you actually heading away from this Five of Pentacles. Now, hypothetically, you know, you could be heading off towards a divorce or a breakup, even, you know, after a long-lasting committed relationship with this person, and you are incredibly strong, bold, and courageous to do so. And of course, I just find it admirable and respect any kind of decision, you know, regarding anybody's well-being and happiness, because this Five of Pentacles is definitely a poverty kind of card, and it definitely is a real negative card for whoever or whatever it may be. But it could also be, you know, it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, you know, it's like, I hope you're not drawn towards this big bad wolf under any circumstances. I mean, the thing is you are a realistic, rational person, but hypothetically, you know, if you think that this person may come across as being like maybe a friendly canine or a puppy or anything, you know, that kind of exudes this very loving nature, you might want to be careful that it does not become the big bad wolf in reality as well. Because let's see what the relationship is or could be. Six of Swords. Yeah, you're definitely heading off towards a different direction. But you could also, if you're in a long-lasting committed relationship, you could also be heading towards the summer break of going on new beautiful journeys, because we are technically heading down towards the end of our year cycle, because we are still currently in spring till June 20th when the summertime starts, and then the fall will start again, you know, in the fall time starting in October, or yeah. But either way, the thing is I do see you heading off towards a different direction, and maybe you're heading away from the big bad wolf. I hope you're not heading towards somebody who may come across as being the big bad wolf eventually, so you might want to look into any signs, symbols, red flags for that matter, to make sure that the person you're heading to, you know, towards doesn't give you this, you know, false identity of who they are actually hiding from. But in a long-lasting committed relationship, it looks like you and your other person could be heading down towards new beautiful journeys. Well, let's see what the past is about. Six of Wands. Okay, the thing is, the Six of Wands was Celebration City. So the thing is, you know, if you're currently with your long-lasting, committed, beautiful relationship, companion, soulmate, spouse, twin flame for that matter, congratulations, because, you know, this is like, you know, that you pretty much experienced joyous celebration of maybe engagement, proposition, or marriage for that reason. I mean, it's not technically the Hierophant, but any kind of past incidents, you know, that is in current times where you're with a long-lasting committed relationship, is that, you know, you just had a very beautiful, you know, romantic engagement with somebody. So congratulations on whoever this person was, or who you are currently still with. But it could also be, the Six of Wands, is that, you still overcame or you still had some kind of celebratory occasion because technically, your birthday was in the past as well. But it could also be, just a lot of fiery confidence and passion within yourself. And that's why, you do get the King of Wands in current times, the Lord of Scepters for that matter. So maybe this is you finally reaching that wonderful, strong, confident, well, powerful Capricorn. So that could also be, especially from the past. But it could have also offered you clarity regarding the Five of Skulls, Big Bad Wolf person as well, and that's why you are currently heading away in current times. Wow. The future, oh, lovers, you could be with a Gemini, you could be heading down towards a new l'amour, love. But you could also be heading towards a crossroads of different types of options and opportunities as well. So the thing is about lovers, it's about love, of course, but it's also about maybe meeting, your twin flame, and maybe that's where you're heading towards, maybe, you've left the big bad wolf and you're heading down towards new love. And, there was already clarity in the past, and that's where you're heading towards, is you're pretty much so passionate, you're very strong, bold, and courageous to be heading towards whoever this person is. It could also be a Gemini, that you're heading towards, but it could also be somebody who has Gemini placements as well, but somebody who also just comes across as being a very loving individual as well. Because let's see what Oracle has. Hunter, aggressor, tracker, and provider. That's what I see you doing. You're going out on the hunt. Now, you could be, heading away from the big bad wolf, or, but either way, I see you heading out towards the hunt, of being, this very confident, strong, bold, courageous individual, and you're hunting for new love. So, man, woman, blonde, brunette, redhead, male, female, Capricorn, follower, fledgling, or people who haven't subscribed as of yet. That's what I actually see you doing, is you want to actually get out into this world. But that's the most important step to take, is to go out on the hunt, to try to find that desired person that you crave, lust, and yeah, have this desire towards. So, okay, well, I want to wish you all the best of luck, but we still have Favole and then eventually the French Tarot deck. Because Favole says justice, you could end up with maybe a Libra, but there's definitely going to be justice for you, or there's going to be some form of balance, or you might find somebody who's just very balanced in their own ways. So again, take it how it resonates. It is a general reading, so it doesn't have to be applying to all Capricorns in this reading. Or you could even have Leo, Taurus, Virgo, more Capricorn placement, Gemini, Leo, Aries, Aquarius, and Libra, or Sagittarius placements in your star chart. But either way, that's kind of what I see is you're going to be in a balance. Well, the thing is technically, I'm doing a general reading. I mean, I'm not really specifying, the single ones or the ones in a relationship all too much. But again, depending on how it resonates with you. But for the ones in a single position, it looks like you're going to find new love. But it could also be, that if you're in a long-lasting committed relationship, you can always find, new ways, to accentuate and to add more flair to your romance and any kind of other, potential, growths or developments in anything. And maybe that's what you're also hunting for, is to add more excitement, more journeys, adventures, in any kind of, romance or eroticism for that matter in this reading. But either way, I want to wish you all the best of luck, but I still have to finish off with Le Tarot and Dirty Vampiria. So, the Eight of Cups. Yep, I see you heading towards a different direction, or you're heading towards what you want to dream, wish, and desire. So, wherever you're heading towards and stuff like that, I do see you heading away from the big bad wolf. I see you actually heading towards what you want to dream, wish, and desire, probably. You will be heading towards a crossroads in the future as well, so keep in mind if there's different types of options and opportunities, that you could be facing and stuff like that. Because a lot of humans, what they, crave the most is trust. They want to, and that's kind of what earth signs are all about. You guys are very grounded, realistic, rational, trusting, or, earth signs in your own way, that you pretty much offer the balance of being justice, of thinking everything is going to be okay, and it's like a form of reassurance. And And, you know, that's what a lot of humans, they want, is they want to know that everything is going to work out okay for them, because leaving everything out in the open with excitement and with unexpected, unforeseen circumstances causes a lot of people a lot of fears and worries and stuff like that about the future. But I think as long as you pretty much, you know, offer the sense of everything is going to be okay kind of idea, then eventually you will be faced with all kinds of options and opportunities from different people, and you're, you know, where you're going to be hunting for in the future, or even in current times for that matter. But for now, I'm going to have to leave it at that. But thank you so much for joining me today. If this reading resonated with you, please feel free to join and subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. Love you guys incredibly. In a few days, I'm going back to general reading. So for now, I'm just doing love in general. But if you want a personal reading, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, post in the little discussion box that you want a reading from me, and I'll respond to you with my email. We'll start the process from there. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys incredibly, and best of luck on where this journey may take you.